Welcome to Resell Radio. My name is Nick, a co-founder of Hustle, a community of resellers that get together to share their journeys and a few tips and tricks that they have learned along the way to hopefully help you out or entertain you or bring you value in any way, shape or form. Today I'm speaking to Aimee from Shop Aimee Lee. And not that I was expecting this to be a bad conversation in any way, shape or form, but I was surprised about just how good of a conversation that this one was, and I hope that you guys agree with me when you see it. So let's find out a little bit about you first. Before even the shop came about, what have you been doing with yourself, and then how did you first hear about Depop?
So I'm in year 12 currently. So when I started Depop, I was in year 11 and I was literally just in school. So I wasn't really doing much. And then we went into lockdown. I had been selling my own clothes on Depop for like a year before that. But then I saw the sellers and I thought like this seems like something that could really pass the time during lockdown. I started it in June, so it was quite towards the end. But I thought it would be a lot of fun. I thought it would also like get some money in and be something new that I'd never tried before. So that's really why I started. I just thought other people look like they're having a good time with it. I'm really into fashion, so I just thought I'd begin.
Yeah, so it's just something that you started off little, and then when did you decide to actually make a store of it?
So in June is when I came up with the brand name. So before June, I was just selling my own clothes, like getting some money in. And then in June, I set up an Instagram page with my Shop Aimee Lee name. And I started like meeting other sellers like online and making group chats to like help each other with engagement, like sharing each other's stores. So that's a really helpful thing that I definitely recommend. And what I did to start my shop. So luckily my dad's a professional photographer, so he had all the equipment to take pictures of stock. So I set that all up. I went to this vintage sale in London and I bought loads of cheap stock, which I don't really go there anymore, but I bought it and then I came back, took loads of pictures, took like 5 days to get my first sale, but it went pretty smoothly, especially in the summer. Lots of people were buying in the summer, but that's really when it all started in June.
So what was the biggest change you felt from going from something that you just selling out of your wardrobe to actually treating it like a proper shop?
Definitely the commitment to it. I would never really spend time on Depop when I was selling for my wardrobe, but now like you should see my screen time. It's like 5 hours Depop and like the rest nothing. So it's definitely a commitment and it definitely changed what I wanted to do in the future. Should I get onto that? What I was gonna so
Yeah.
when I decided to so I was going to sixth form, I was staying in my school and I thought, yeah, I want to do politics. I'm going to do politics, become a politician, and that's going to be it. So I did politics, history, and sociology A level. I did that to October, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. So I dropped all my A levels, and now I'm doing a business course to help with the shop.
Wow.
Yeah, so I really made a life change, literally.
Yes, Depop was changing lives. That's amazing. What was it that captured you that made you want to pursue this?
Well, firstly, I was finding the stress of 3 A levels too much. I wasn't enjoying it anyways. But I really felt as if I could really go somewhere with this shop and I was actually enjoying it. It sounds quite bad, but I'm not someone who sticks to something. Like I used to do acting, I gave it up, used to do dance, gave it up. Like I'm not someone, but this I feel like it is something that I'm gonna stick to and I am committed to. And especially when we got out of lockdown, so I was in school all day, I hardly had any time to do it, especially getting so much work, like A level work, it's a lot. So I thought I'm gonna have to either like just do Depop like on the side, which I basically do because I still go to school now, so it is part-time, but even more on the side. But I really thought I'm enjoying this. I could do business, still get good grades, still go to uni, which I think I want to do, and still do Depop and have a lot more time because if you do business in my school, you get Wednesdays off. So I could spend the whole on Wednesday, take pictures, new stock, and it all fit in really nicely. So that's why I really just decided to do it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, including myself, that are doing Depop or doing something for themselves always struggle with sticking to something before. You would like
Yeah,
get a burst of energy at the start, run through it, and then it gets maybe like 2 or 3 months in and it's starting to become the same. And you're a bit just sort of like, oh, but
yeah.
it's not like that when you're running your own shop and you're running your own business. There's
Everything's
always new
different.
things to be doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Every day is
Yeah.
different. Yeah, you come across new people. You get you get people that lowball you, and you have to deal with that. And then it's a different experience every day, and it's not boring. It's not like I'm sitting in front of a computer all day. Like I sit in front of a computer for like 10 minutes and do my stats. Like that's it. But the rest
Hmm.
is like fun stuff, like sourcing and um, I mean, descriptions aren't the funnest thing, but they don't take that long. But I enjoy taking the pictures, I enjoy the sourcing, I enjoy chatting to people. So it's really like, it's not a repetitive office job, is it?
No, nothing like that. And then you get these new ideas that you want to add to your store, like
Yeah,
you want to have a new design, new style, or
yeah,
like just even the people that you're talking to, they must give you like some new ideas that you just want to throw in and get going with. Right.
yeah,
Well, one of the things is that you are currently in your sixth form alongside running a Depop page,
yeah,
and as well as trying to balance your work, this is probably a very big time in your life for having a social life and meeting your friend. Well, maybe not meeting during lockdown, but talking with your friends and building relationships, having fun. So how do you balance all of those three things?
yeah. Wait, I missed the end bit. You cut out the
Just
end.
how do you balance your social with your sixth form with your Depop?
So for balancing like school Depop and social life, firstly, lockdowns helped a lot because I haven't been able to see friends as much. But for balancing Depop and school, when I need to do school, I do school. Like I need to make sure that's priority, otherwise obviously I won't be able to carry on. But luckily, because I'm doing business, I don't have lessons a lot, so I definitely make sure I do it in between and on Wednesdays when I don't have school. And with social life, I mean, all my friends are really supportive. My friends, during when we were allowed, they came around, modelled for me. And um, I mean, I always leave like Saturday nights and Friday nights open. Like I always make sure that I have time. But especially in lockdown, you can't really do much anyways.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There's just a lot of time management skills there. Did it take a while to get
Yeah.
into the right routine, or did you pretty much hit the nail on the head straight away?
At the start, I didn't think I would be doing this so seriously that I am now. So at the start, I kind of thought, oh, it's something I could just do like, I don't know, in the morning. I'd just list it, and then in the summer, like when it was summertime, I would like go out, do whatever. But then as it started to get more serious, I definitely like the night before, I always make a plan for the next day. Like I write it on my notes or on my wall. I like write, okay, 10 a.m. wake up, 11 descriptions, 12 pictures, whatever. You get what I mean. So I've
Yeah.
kind of learned time management is improved.
Yeah, wow, that's a very organized way of doing it. And I think when Ethan watches this back, he'll be taking some notes down because his time management at the minute he is struggling with. But I think that's really good the way that you've broken it down. It's not so much about the time you spend doing it, but it's like making sure you've done that action and then you're estimating how much time it
Yeah,
takes is what I'm getting from that.
yeah, yeah. It's like, so I also sell handmade rings on my shop. So I do this thing every night. I'm going to watch Netflix. It's going to happen. So I always make rings while I'm watching Netflix. I leave myself 2 hours every night to make all the ring sales from that day because they take me time. So I need time. And then I put Netflix on the side. So I'm like, I get two things done at once, and I still get to go to sleep like at good time. And so I do organize it in my head. Like I do plan what I'm going to do, which is definitely a good way of going about it all. It's not, I don't think running a shop is something that you can just play by ear. Like you do need to plan what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. Or you end up getting to the end of the week and realize that you've not actually done a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would hate that.
Yeah. So how has it gone with the custom rings then? Because obviously that's something that we've never done before. We've never reworked or made something new. We've always just resold Nike or Adidas, Tommy Hilfiger. So I'm quite interested to hear about what it's like with the branding and the marketing and actually trying to get your own designs out there.
Okay, so my rings are basically, they're basically just like wire rings with like crystals in, and I get the customer to tell me their zodiac sign and then match the crystal to their zodiac sign, which a lot of people are into at the moment. I really just started it. I'm not that creative of a person. I can't even sew. I mean a bit, but I just thought it'll be something really fun to do. It's something that's not like, I don't know, staring at a screen. Like, it's also something to do on the side. I don't sell them for a lot. They're $3.50. They're really cheap because they don't they're not expensive to make, and people really like them. I've got good reviews from them, and I enjoy making them. But so I got accepted into the Level Up this term, so I'm currently doing it right now. And I got told actually that the rings are bringing down my average sell per, like the average at the end of the month, to become a top seller, because you have to do £15 over. So I decided that I had to up my price a bit, but I don't really advertise them so much anymore, because what I usually do is if someone buys clothing, I like add it in, which they really like, for free, because it doesn't cost me a lot to make. So the customer usually really likes that.
Yeah, that sounds really good. To taking it away, because I'm guessing it's something that you enjoy making, as opposed to something that you do for money.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's definitely more
else?
enjoy.
Is there anything else that you add in?
I was gonna say, so I've actually to my orders.
Yeah.
So I usually do a little like put in a ring, because it's mainly girls that, so I usually put in a ring, some like views that always like oh, I love the little add-ons and stuff, and it really helps. I feel like it makes them more excited about the order.
So with this Depop Level Up program, two things: how did you get on it to begin with, and how is it help? Well, no, not how is it helping you, but actually, what is it?
Okay, cool. So I applied in July and I didn't get it. They do it a few times a year, and what you do is you get sent an email by Depop. I think everyone gets the email, every seller, I think. And you have to apply. You have to say how many hours you spend on Depop and if it's full time. And I actually thought I wouldn't get it, because obviously I wrote that I'm a student as well. So I didn't know how they feel about that, but I ended up getting it. And so what it is, you get added to this group. So we have 2 Zooms, and then we get added to this group, and we have chats on it. What's her name? The leader of the top sellers, someone called Millie. She works at Depop, and she, like, every week she adds a top seller into the group, and we have like an hour chat with them. So we would ask them about stock, suppliers, how to improve your shop, and it's really been helping me so much. I had a phone call with Millie last week to ask her about descriptions, and she gave me so much advice, because when my Valentine's Day drop, I put the first line as Valentine's Day drop, and she told me that would not, when people search up what the item is, it wouldn't come up, because the algorithm works by the first line that you write.
Okay, so you're getting quite a few useful tips there, and it's just about bringing loads of top sellers together to work out exactly how you improve.
Yeah, and we also had a workshop that we had to listen to, handpicked by Hannah, and she explained everything about like taxes and everything. And then we also had a photography workshop to help with our shop's photography, and it's all been really helpful. We've currently got a target that we have to upload 100 things this month, so it's really helping push us a lot, because 100 things is quite a lot in my opinion. But I'm definitely getting there. I mean, we're only at the first week into the month and I've already done quite a lot, so I'll be fine.
Yeah, nice. So what was the biggest tip that you have managed to take away from the Level Up program then?
Probably how to find a supplier, because I haven't really found one that I'm stuck with yet. So they gave us a bunch of tips on how to find one, that you need to be the person to like send the first message, and you need to make sure you can have a phone call with them first to make sure they're legit, and that it's really important to have a good relationship with them, because I never realized I used this wholesaler and I really just like messaged them and that was it. But you need to have a stronger relationship with them to actually make sure you're getting the correct stuff in good condition.
Yeah, and that's some advice that we always give out to people about building relationship with a wholesaler, because
Yeah.
it, like you said, it means you can check if they're legit. You can build a relationship and you can get better prices. We've had people on that have said they've managed to negotiate so they get certain items. Like there's just things that you can get from a wholesaler which you can't get from their website or from their Instagram page or wherever
Yeah.
it is that you found them. And so it's the same way if your friend came to you at your shop, you would probably be able to give them a discount or do something for them that you wouldn't do for any other random Depop seller. And it works exactly the
Yeah.
same with different wholesalers.
Yeah, that's literally what they told us, which I didn't really even realize before, because I used to just handpick all my stuff. But then when it was lockdown, I wasn't able to go to the place that I usually go to. So I had to find someone online, and I'm still looking. I haven't stuck with someone yet. But I'm trying to like find someone to build that relationship with, that I can trust them with, not to scam me.
hmm Well, I know from speaking to you that one of your values and one of the things that you really care about is sustainability. So would you like
Yeah.
to speak to us more about exactly what that means to you and what you're doing with your shop to promote that?
So on my shop, I only sell sustainable clothing, and that doesn't mean just sustainable. That doesn't mean only sustainable brands. It means that I could use like Topshop, for example, but the clothing is all secondhand.
hmm
That's what the sustainability is. So my like ethical fashion journey started, I'd say in August time. I haven't shopped personally in a chain store since August, which I've been really proud of, because firstly, saving a lot of money shopping on Depop compared to a chain store and shopping on like eBay. Um, but also you are saving the environment. So that is why I wanted to make my shop um very sustainable. I've done 3 talks on it on Zoom to like people. I did it to a group, I did it to half of my school. And it is really important to me that people do understand that um overconsumption of clothes is an issue. Like there are
mm
these shops like Shein and Boohoo who like lower their prices. People think, okay, great, I'm gonna do a £200 shop, but they're getting stuff that they're never gonna wear and they're just gonna throw it away, and then they're adding to the consumption. And I just feel like, firstly, I'm not telling everyone to stop shopping at chain stores, but I'm saying to really know your limit when it comes to clothes. Like, do you really need that? Even if it is a second hand item, like, do you really need that, or could you let someone else have it? But I mean,
mm
as long as you're shopping in the right way, like you're shopping on Depop or you're shopping charity, whatever, however you shop sustainably, as long as you're doing it the right way, then I think it's great. I just don't understand why no people don't do that. Like if you shop in a chain store, everyone has the same clothes as you. If you shop on Depop, everyone's got unique clothing that no one else has. And it's just so much nicer, I think.
Yeah, there's so many benefits to it. And I think with this generation, there's not necessarily a lot of people that are in the same mindset as you, but a lot of people on the fence so that when people like you come around, or I've recently spoken to Hood Vintage and loads of other sellers that are really, really passionate about this message, those people that are in the middle, which I think there's a massive chunk of them, get persuaded to start shopping secondhand. You know, so I think it is very important that people like yourself are like promoting this message wherever they can. And it's very interesting to hear that you've done quite a few talks on this. Were you this big on sustainability before Depop?
Absolutely not. Like, I didn't even know what the concept of fast fashion was. I would shop online all the time. Like, I wasn't someone who bought like a lot, but I definitely shopped in stores that didn't need my money. But then when I started on Depop, I definitely started like looking at sellers who, small businesses especially. And then I thought, well, this is really important to support people who actually, they're a single person business. They need your money rather than this chain store, what's like a billionaire. And even some people say, oh, but they can't afford to shop secondhand or like on Depop because it's cheaper to shop on like Boohoo, for example. However, you can find so many alternatives. So in all my talks, I've always said that people should filter what they want. So they go on Depop, they can filter the price that they want. And I assure you, you will find something in your price range. There are a lot of sellers who are happy to go cheaper, happy to just get rid of their stuff, like people who are just selling their old stuff. And you are saving the environment and you are shopping better and you're getting more unique clothes. Even if you do want to buy something from a chain store, if you look at that item on Depop, you will find someone selling it secondhand. And it's just so much better than buying it again.
Yeah, I think I was in the same boat as you, in the sense that when I was, well, before I was doing Depop, I was not really caring about sustainability and secondhand clothing and all of that stuff. But then when I did start selling, it opened my eyes to that side of it, but also, like you're saying, to a whole different kind of clothing. Like my dress sense changed and it became a bit more individual. And I don't know, it just took me away from looking at what JD and Foot Asylum have brought out and just wearing a tracksuit, to actually wearing a couple of things that are a bit more individual, got a bit more color on them, isn't just like a black, white, or a grey.
Yeah.
Did your style change?
Before Depop, I would just go down the street. Oh, yes. I mean, I would, before Depop, especially when I was younger as well, I would go down the street and I would be wearing the same as everyone else, like what an average teenage girl was wearing, or a tween girl. But now, I mean, some of the stuff I wear, my friends are like, where did you get this? And I'm like, sorry, you can't get it anymore. I got it from Depop, so you won't be able to find it. And I wear stuff that's like, that's unique, like no one else has it.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy how you can have the unique, one of a kind things that no one else can find at the very top end, where you're paying £1,000 for a t-shirt, or you can have it where you've paid £10-15 and still no one else is going to be wearing the same as you.
I just don't understand why people haven't all changed yet. People are just stubborn, I think.
Yeah, I think people, once they've got their way of doing things, it's very hard to change their mind, which is why I think those people sitting on the fence, they need to get brought over this side before they get stuck over there, you know? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
Have you got, before we go into this last bit, have you got any other message or tips or just anything that you would like to share?
I actually am going to say one more thing. So, firstly, to anyone starting Depop, as I said at the start, I definitely recommend making engagement goals. And I just want to say about this thing that I've started doing. So, have you heard of a custom style bundle on Depop? The hidden ones?
No, I've not seen that actually.
Okay, so that's not what I'm doing, but I'll quickly explain that because it goes on to that. So a custom style bundle is when you is when you give someone money and then you tell them your measurements and your like aesthetic and style, and they send you an outfit. So I'm doing something slightly different to that at the moment. I'm offering like personal styling, but obviously online instead of like in real life. They offer this a lot. But what I do is I DM with someone on Instagram, as it's easier to like send pictures on Instagram. And we go through their size, we chat about fashion, we chat about aesthetic, and then I show them some stock I've got, or I say I can source for you, but it'll take longer, and we plan the outfit together so it's not hidden. I started this a couple of days ago. I've already got like 6 orders, which I've been really happy with, and
Wow.
it's been a lot of fun. And and the best thing is, I say to people, there's no commitment to it, because with the custom style bundles, you give your money first, but for me, the money comes after. So we plan the outfit, and I have to make sure that they're 100% happy with it before we actually agree to like any payments, because I put myself in their shoes, and I think if someone was to like message me being like, all right, give me some money and I'll plan you an outfit, but we can plan it together, I still would be a bit skeptical. That might just be my trust issues, but I really like the idea of chatting to people. And I someone, like for example, the other day I had someone who dropped out at the last like minute. She was just like, oh, I'm really sorry, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it anymore. And I said, literally, don't worry, we chatted for like half an hour about fashion. It actually taught me stuff about other people's styles and what they like. And I mean, I just enjoy chatting to people about fashion and learning new things. So it's something I've really enjoyed. I've been making full outfits with people to America, Belgium, England, and it's been a lot of fun. So I just wanted to put that out there. So if anyone's interested, message me.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. Congrats to you for going further than Depop and actually taking your passion that one
It
step
is.
further. That sounds like that's something that actually I was thinking of doing maybe a year ago, and doing something not exactly like that, but something similar to that. But yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And yeah, if anyone is thinking about it, yeah, might as well give a
It is.
message.
Like
The
all
worst that
payments.
happens is you get a good conversation.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. All the payments are still done through Depop, so everything's safe. Like I make them like a listing or something. But and I've also done Depop a favor. Quite a few people that I've messaged never had Depop, so they made accounts so they could like check out my page. So that's also a favor to them, getting them some new people.
there we go. All right. Well, I wish you all the best of luck with that. Honestly, really hope that goes well for you.
Thank
Now,
you.
in this last bit, we'll
Thank
we'll see how
you.
this goes, because obviously our connection is
Yeah.
not the best, but it's just a little quick fire round.
Okay.
I'm just going to ask you questions. It's nothing scary. I don't need to look so scared. It's all right. But
Okay.
basically, just say the first thing that pops into your head, and we'll just run with it and just see what you answer.
All right. Okay. I hope
Okay.
the
So
Wi-Fi works, but yeah.
yeah, me too. So let's see how this goes. All right. Start off with some easy ones. What is your name? Are you a
Aimee,
girl or a boy?
girl,
How old are you?
17.
What's your Depop name?
Shop Aimee Leah.
What's your Instagram name?
Shop_Aimee Leah.
Eat in or eat out?
In.
Burger or pizza?
Pizza.
Wine or water?
Water.
TV or sports?
TV.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Branded or unbranded?
Un.
New or secondhand?
Secondhand.
Color or black and white?
Color.
Dress or skirt?
Skirt.
All right. Okay, nice one.
That was
Little
fun.
insight there. All right,
Okay.
little insight there into Aimee and the way that you think. But thank you very much for this conversation. I'm glad we
Thank
managed to
you.
persevere and get a good episode done. It was nice to hear about you, your business, and what you're trying to do with this like outfit, like fashion thing. I don't know the exact words for it, I'm really sorry, but that sounds amazing. Stick at it,
Thank you
plug
so
away
much.
at it. I can't wait to see how it turns out for you.
Thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun.
So there's the conversation with Aimee, and to be honest, I am so gassed to see how that final idea works out for her. Not just because it's a new one that I've not seen other people really do, but because it was something that I was genuinely going to do myself and branch off. And I love how she linked it back to Depop, doing all the payments on there to keep it secure. The other thing that I loved is just at such a young age, she has managed to get some ridiculous amount of time management, where she's getting bare shit done and seems to have time for her social, for her work, and for her sleep. And yeah, I think that's something that most people struggle for the rest of their lives. So congratulations to her on that. And yeah, if you want to get involved, the links are in the description. Everything for Aimee is in the description too. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you join the community.